Hi, do you struggle with AI prompt writing? Are the results you get not always what you want? Do you feel you could do with some ideas as to how to make the most of AI results? If your answer is yes, keep watching. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Learning Together with Robert. If this is your first time visiting me, thank you for being here. And if you're back, thank you very much for your support, because without you, this wouldn't make any sense. If you haven't subscribed, why not do it now and give us a like? Those of you who have been here already, you can fast forward to the main part of the video. I just want to say hello to my new visitors. I'm Robert Martinez, and I've been an English language teacher since 1994 and a teacher educator and language assessment specialist for almost 20 years now. It's been an incredible journey, having lived and worked in 9 different countries. I'm a self-taught tutor and assessor, online moderator, a full-time director of studies, and a tutor on the IHCYLT course, teaching English to young learners and teenagers, and I enjoy being in the classroom both face-to-face and online. If you want to know more about my professional background, experience, and qualifications, I've put a link to my LinkedIn profile and a link to a video cartoon version of my CV to jazz things up in the description box below, so feel free to check them out. Hi everyone. Today I want to share one more really useful prompt iteration strategy I chose from a list given in a Google machine learning course I was exploring while researching material for these videos. So far, we've seen 7 tips in my previous videos. Can you remember which ones they were? I'll give you a few seconds to try and recall. Let's check. Tip 1 was clarity and specificity. Tip 2, context and setting. Tip 3, incorporated emotion. Tip 4, layer prompts. Tip 5, open-ended questions. Tip 6, experimenting with constraints. And my last tip was structuring the prompt. Once again, there are 2 important things to remember. Bear in mind that we can and should change the narrative. Make your prompts examples of diversity, equality, and inclusion. I know I've said this many times, but we really need to do this if we want things to change. Our prompts can deliberately include DEI elements. You can have an iterative chat with the AI model. I do it all the time, refining the results until I'm happy they're more representative of the real cosmopolitan world we live in, and that I can see a representation of everyone in my context. Not the purely white heteronormative Western-centered bubble narrative LLMs usually provide if we don't change the narrative. Don't just accept their initial results. We are an active part in making this world a more diverse, equal, and inclusive place. So let's be an active part in this change. And you can do it by refining your prompts each time. And the second one, make sure you check the information you get. You cross-reference it, you use different AI apps to see what you get and to check that the information is correct. I personally find I learn the most while doing this because I become ever more critical each time. And also remember that LLMs can do and make mistakes, give false information or inaccurate information, and can create hallucinations. Ensuring I have a critical eye for the information produced has helped me become more aware of the need for a critical approach to whatever I get from AI tools, and in general, so a positive effect, I would say. Don't you think? Right, here we go. Now that we've covered the basics and some intermediate tips, let's explore techniques that enhance the complexity of our AI prompt writing. Today, I want to share tip number 8. Use caps. Capital letters. This can be done to emphasize important points or instructions and within the instructions. On the course I did on AI-generated activities for ELT with Dr. Nellie Deutsch, some of the sources I explored suggested adding round brackets or parentheses once, twice, or several times to bolden the word we wanted included in the image when creating images. I tend to use both these tips, caps and round brackets, especially when using Microsoft Bing Image Creator to ensure the specific images of people I want are included. For example, you may have noticed that whenever I use a male teacher, an AI image, it looks Latin American, young, and wears blue glasses. That's me, or how my description of myself is interpreted by the prompt. I sometimes just paste a picture of my head and shoulder on top of the image just for fun. You may have noticed in some of the videos. In my opinion, it's a useful tip as I can change the narrative. We can change it, and this is so exciting. And we can also keep a critical eye open and curious so that we don't take for granted any bias or normative narrative. I also want my images to be more inclusive of my teacher colleagues, and so I ensure I'm specific about the description, for example, Black female young teacher, or teachers or students from a range of cultures and races, different types of families, which also include LGBTQ plus examples, diversely able people, etc. I love the fact that I can use visuals which are actually tailor-made and more representative of the world I live in and my learners live in. What do you think? Well, we've come to the end, but I'll be sharing more exciting videos, so stay tuned and subscribe. Do let me know in the comments box if you have any special requests, and I'll try to make a video about them. That'll be exciting, don't you think? I'll make sure I'll give you a shout in the video. Do share this video with your friends, and can I ask you a favor? Hit the like button so that more people can see this video. Bye for now, and remember, learning is fun and you don't have to do it alone. So let's learn together with Robert.